Oh, what's up, everybody? We're here. The Hordecast live, hanging out. We got Fritz the cat here, and we're gonna play our intro, and we'll be right back. I still love that intro. It's fucking awesome.
Good fire. Good job, Wompy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So yeah, what's been good with everybody this week? Y'all been busy?
Oh yeah.
Changing shifts at work.
Work.
I know we got Steve Donnelly here in the house, and that's fucking epic. We don't usually get the killer here, but he's here.
Saturday
I'm glad to be here.
Rushed to the hospital by the old lady because little kidney stone kick in.
Yeah, before we get started with this interview, I wanted to talk about that, man. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm prone to them. I get them pretty often. I usually pass them, but usually I just like shrug it off. But it was bad enough it woke me up in the middle of the night, and I looked at my wife and I'm like, "You're gonna have to take me to work, or take me to the hospital." Yeah.
Damn, son.
That's fucked up.
Oof. Well, my condolences to your kidneys, sir, and your urethra.
They give you that medicine and it makes your urethra dilate so you can pass them bitches.
Still, it can't be comfy. He's like, whatever, it's shrapnel. All right, so Fritz, man, what you been up to, buddy?
Everything. Just there's all kinds of shit going on. So staying busy, doing my thing, slanging music for the underground.
Right, we all seen that you were working with Cody with the track.
Yeah,
Cody Manson.
Yeah, that was 2 weekends ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
see,
then,
I keep up with things.
And then last weekend I had Marina Sin from Players Lounge Crew.
Oh, nice.
He's working on a new project too. So he flew in last weekend and we worked with him.
I remember PLC back in the day.
Oh,
yep,
yeah,
that's I've known those guys forever. So he's doing his own thing
doing
now.
A lot of stuff with True High Class.
Yep. Illegal and not me. I don't know what you're talking about, man. That I heard about it, but I don't know anything.
Like I wasn't there for it.
No.
Right on.
So there's all kinds of cool shit going on. So it's always good.
I mean, Cody Manson. I mean, how was it working with him? I mean, he seems like such a great lyricist, honestly.
Yeah, he's a cool guy to work with. He's real professional and real laid back. So he had a couple of homies there, but it was real. We got all kinds of shit done. He was there Friday and Saturday, and we got probably 75% of what we were looking to get done on Friday. So. That's always good. Rather than
it's always good when an artist comes in like just knocks it out.
Ready to work, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better than showing up like, well,
I haven't even wrote shit yet.
Got any beats I can write to? Like what? So no, that's good. I like working with the more professional minded people.
Yeah,
so
I feel it.
Yeah, I went to Whipstick recently about our intro, and I was like, man, I don't even have anything to offer him. So, other than money. So, I went to Womp Thing, and he was like, man, I could throw something together all the way. And I was like, all right, well, let's see what can happen. And it turned out great.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Oh man, no, thank you, man, because that's something that I've been wanting to do is get something new done for us since we got a new team, and it worked.
Fun.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, dude. I just want to have fun with this shit. Like, I don't want no money for this ticket that we're giving away tonight for the giveaway. I just want somebody to enjoy it, have fun at camp, and yeah. On my behalf, just fucking take care of business. Walk up to Harvester and give that motherfucker a fist bump.
In the face.
In the face.
Man. Man, we've taken a violent turn here, man. I don't know what's going on. Man.
I was super busy this week. I'll get some pictures out. It's actually a Michigan Misfits giveaway that I have for the next giveaway. So I was trying to keep.
Is that the Boy Gob one?
No, I have an actual Michigan Misfits one, like a couple of T-shirts and some other stuff and posters and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing this next one. Tom was busy, but I'm working with Tom on a Boy Gob giveaway as well. So I was trying to keep some of them kind of like I was trying to surprise people with them as I was posting them, but since I was lazy or whatever, didn't get it up this week. I'll have it up tomorrow, and it will be a Misfits giveaway.
Nice.
Oh man, look at this jack-o'-lantern in the corner. He just wants to keep showing up. See him?
Yeah, he was doing that last week too.
Yeah, what you were saying with Cody Manson, man, I think it's really nice doing work with artists that are in the same location with you. I mean, it's cool working with email and stuff like that. You can still get the job done. You know what I'm saying? You can still get the point across, but working in the same room with somebody is so much more reliable. You know,
yeah, because then I can use Ike Turner's school of production. Like, that fucking sucked. If you fuck that up again, I'm gonna bust all the teeth out of your mouth. And then they, then they're a little more motivated than just if you don't threaten them. So there's that.
Yeah.
So you can't
That's
really
a long way.
You can't really beat the shit out of somebody that through email. So
I'll send you a virus, motherfucker.
But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to have, like, when Noise was here, we were recording here, and I'd tell him, like, okay, yeah, well, I believe that one, or you aren't just reading, if I believe it, then okay, then now you're in the right direction. So it's easier to have, somebody to throw ideas off of, or somebody to give you some ideas of shit. So yeah, that's nice. But mixing shit, usually people are just sending me their song, and I work on it and send it back to them, and it's all gravy. So,
oh yeah.
Either way.
Dope.
You ever have any where somebody sends you something, it's just a fucking mess?
Oh, absolutely. Fuck yeah. I think I've still got something in my computer that this guy was. I forget. I think they might have bought a feature from somebody, but then they're like, "Yeah, well, can Fritz mix it?" And then they sent me the shit, and it was so bad that, like, I was like, whoever this one verse that's horrible. You're gonna have. Oh, that's my shit. It was like the main dude. It was just absolutely unusable. I'm like, oh, so fuck. So,
like, you recorded the shit on an old busted stage mic.
I don't. It sounded terrible, and he was terrible. So it was both of those, like, working together, duking it out to be totally shitty.
Like, poor quality and poor delivery.
Yeah, and then he was gonna send something to me, and then I never heard from him again. So it's still sitting in my computer. But I do also have. It was when back in the old Lotus Pod days, when they did the Underground Psychos contest.
Yeah.
A guy sent a CD, and it was straight up the worst I've ever heard in my life. And I've still got the CD. I kept it because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And I still play it for people, and you don't even know what to think that you like. Not only that somebody had it, but they would like enter that into a contest like it could possibly win.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this is like good shit.
Yeah, this is the cream of the crop here. This is the ones that I cherry picked. Like, well, oh my God, I don't want to hear what you passed over to do that. So yeah, that's still.
I do.
Comes out, and I use that to motivate people. You know, when things are looking grim, listen to that and go like, well, at least I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Well,
it could be worse.
I'm gonna work on a little project, and maybe I'll send you a couple of sweet ones to listen to.
Right on.
See if I can top the crappiness.
Well, I wouldn't try to, try to set a record for being terrible.
Kind of what I do.
The Michigan Misfits. Do you like working with them, sir?
Do I like working with the Michigan Misfits? They want me to master their album, and that's all I know. So.
Hey, there's some info right there. Hey, I say you should go for it, sir.
So they I guess they were working on they were going to be working on it and send it to me when they're done with it. So it's just a waiting game now.
Is that Ransom album?
That's a great question. All I know,
I don't know.
I don't know. They said, will you master our album? And how much will it be? I told them how much it will be, and they said, okay, great. When it's mixed, we'll send it to you. So that's kind of where.
Boy, no wonder they're trying to sell so many jerseys, man. They're trying to pay for Fritz the cat here.
Well, that comes in handy,
I'm glad I'm supporting that shit, man. I bought me a couple of jerseys.
That I would trust your production over so many motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up.
I know. Well, like for real, man.
I've just been doing it forever. That's all. It's funny that I got this guy that I worked with back in '96 is still doing shit, but he ended up hooking up with a dude out in New York. And they did a project together. And then his guy out in New York got a hold of me, wants me to master his album. And then he's like, hey, can my homie get a hold of you to master a single? I'm like, sure. And come to find out this dude's Kwame. He's been around forever. He's worked with Missy Elliott and all kinds of people. I'm like, okay. As a matter of fact, he's supposed to be sending me some shit tonight. So it's like.
That's badass.
You do
How long have you been working in production?
I've been doing this. The first year I was like actually started working at a recording studio was 1991. So
nice.
That's the bomb.
33 years. So
what kind of music? What kind of music were you into though? But before you got into being production?
Back in high school. I grew up way the fuck up north, up in the Upper Peninsula, and we had a punk band and played just covers, but we were the only thing around, so we kept getting hired to play parties for like fraternities and shit for the college there, and it was a blast. So we would, our drummer, his mom worked at a record store in Ann Arbor and would send us like whatever the freshest punk shit was going on, so we got to hear what was happening because we didn't know up there what the fuck was going on. It was all country and classic rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd done a lot of rock shit, but then when I started working at a studio over on the east side here, the Disc, in the mid 90s, and that was just straight up all rap all the time. So that's when I got into doing that, and I've been doing that ever since.
Oh yeah.
So
something's going on with bootleg. He keeps dropping out.
I'm gonna get some coffee.
Look at this guy.
I'm having the worst time with this connection tonight. I don't get it. It's like Tom Martino over here.
Oh shit.
And I feel bad that I can't see Tom at camp. I'm just going to put that out there. I looked forward to having a beer with Tom, and I can't do that. And it sucks.
I got you, man.
gonna
I'll go drink a beer with Tom.
Hey, you do that. You do that. So I respect his fucking podcast, man.
You should feel bad.
So, Harvester, go ahead and ask him the golden question that you ask every guest.
Oh, yeah. Worst porta potty you've ever seen at a show or anything like that.
Worst porta potty. I don't know. There was some gathering porta potties that roasting in the sun that were pretty out there.
I feel like the gathering wins, man. Like, I'm trying to weigh this in, but everybody has a gathering porta potty that they just think is just utterly disgusting.
Well, I went
to
to
one. The worst one I ever saw.
The one year when I got there early, and I was just kind of wandering around. It was actually one of the permanent toilet sites, and somebody had taken a shit like half in the toilet and half down the side, and I'm like, how do you even pull that off?
You know, walk forward. You're like a dog. How they you kind of
like. Do you have one foot down the hole and another on the outside?
He's trying to.
How do you? It's like how do you even
figure this out?
That? So
that's fucking crazy.
So.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard, really. I mean, I've done it. So you wouldn't eat a sandwich in a gathering porta potty.
Eat a sandwich? No.
I wouldn't eat anything near a gathering porta potty.
Yeah,
I guess they're pretty bad then, because I haven't found one I wouldn't eat a sandwich in.
What are you talking about? That's where all the best nutrients come from.
No.
Yeah.
One thing, you're disgusting, and we know this, but that's okay. We need that kind of shit around every once in a while. So, hey, Harvester, go ahead and play that first one that I picked out. I got a couple tracks picked out to play off of Noise's new album. The first one features our homies, the Michigan Misfits and Insane E, who will be at Camp Zool 4.
Hang on, I'm getting it right there. I got it ready to go.
And this is produced by Fritz the Cat.
When you walk through the pain, you keep on living. When you walk through the pain, you keep on living. With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? Hey there, roll me. You can't hold me. I outgrew you. Knew you were solely responsible for the times I would fold, the blood in my mouth, and the lies that I told. Freedom's just a word for getting away with murder. Found being assertive, got me past the curtain. One thing for certain, December and I heard them fucking them up when I hear them chirping. What am I standing for? I'm planning for the massacre of a man before the last return of a Taylor's core, when the backs return like abandoned horse. I'm exploring different galaxies within the spaces out of my head, unlocking secret locks on hidden doors. Take a look inside the mirror, covered in scars. We are the ones that make things clearer, making amends. I do the same race and I had to laugh, taking all of them mistakes and leave that shit in the past and blast off. With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? Yo, you don't stand for nothing. Doesn't mean you might fall for anything. And if you lean on someone who really don't seem to care, they gon' pick you up just to fail. Covered in these scars, they just call it paying dues. Seen the misery, now what the fuck I got to lose? What the fuck I got to prove to anyone or anything about? Nothing, motherfucker, keep my name out your mouth. Big stepping, gotta let the dust stare out. Pitch black like the sun went south. No, don't take food on my fucking mouth. No biggie had to take another rock. So here we are, covered in the scars. Got them paranoid like we hide in the dark. Then I make them look stupid. They all miss the body, headed straight to the back, cause they can't keep the joint lit. With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? Look through the pain and all the lies, and you could see that I died for you. Through the storms and the darkest nights, I would harbor beside the truth. With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for? With all these scars I'm covered in, what am I standing for? What am I standing for?
Yeah, that was the shit.
Shit was fire. Oh, that was
Well
good.
done. Well done.
You ever thought about like I know some people have OnlyFans and stuff, but maybe offering courses to teach people certain things about production?
No, I mean, they can just go ahead and chat with me and I'll berate them and stuff. That fucking sucks. Piece of shit. Try it again.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
best way to do it.
Mix it better.
Right, yeah. Just don't suck. Take all the
Yeah.
shitty parts out.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a certain style, though. Like, along with, like, Mikey Clark, they have, it's like a certain fucking style or vibe that you go with. Slasher Dave, another example of somebody that can put out a fucking record with the Zool Boys and make it sound a certain kind of way. I hope they hit him up again for another album, because Mausoleum, by God, that's my fucking Malenko when it comes to them.
Yeah, I think it was Isham that was like, because he was in the studio and I think it was like Twisted was there and Jay and stuff, and he was saying he's talking about the different producers having different styles, and he's like, you know, I like when you smell fried chicken, you're like, well, that's fried chicken. It's like you can tell by listening to something who produced it, because you know, if you do a bunch of shit, you kind of end up with your own particular sound, you know.
Yeah.
Or at least try to have that.
Fucking Bad Mind's the same way, dude. I can tell a Bad Mind beat the second you play it, bro. Fucking, I love Bad Mind's beat. Big up to
Hell
Pete.
yeah. Hell yeah, man.
I'm a big fan of those Doom Bap joints that Mr. O'Baby putting out sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to hear the new SON record, man. Like, what he's putting together for that. I mean, you know he's going to make him sound the best he possibly can.
It's gonna be great.
I'm telling you, man. Yo, Body Rot, what it do? We were just talking about you guys paying this guy to produce that new record. You guys didn't tell me about that shit. I'm sitting over here trying to be your guys' manager. You know, you kick me out the basement all the time, but I know you guys are making that magic down there. Fucking Body Rot. I love that. He's my homie, man. I talk to him about wrestling all the time. Fritz the Cat, do you like professional wrestling?
I do like professional wrestling.
That's awesome.
I like old school professional wrestling.
Are you
back
talking all the way up to Attitude Era?
George the Animal Steel, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
The dudes that were all horribly out of shape, they would just go in there and beat the tar out of each
Old
other.
WWF.
Oh, Bob
And,
Backlund.
yeah, well, AWA and Baron von Raschke and fucking
He's talking about
George
like
Animal Steel.
the
And,
Von Erich days.
well, and I mean, like Kerry Von Erich was, you know, he was like one of the, he was cut and stuff like that. But you know, when you look at like Terry Funk and shit, it's just like he's not, you know, he isn't all ripped and shit. He just go. Noise and I were watching some shit where he like went, he broke a wooden chair and took like a broken wooden leg and fucking was beating the shit out of somebody with that. I'm like, yeah, you don't see that much any day nowadays, you know. It's disappointing, you know.
Yeah.
And you know what? I asked this question to Blaze when I did the meet and greet with him during the For the Fams Friday back in the day. I was like, do you guys incorporate in Psychopathic back in the day the psychology and the concepts of wrestling into what you guys do? And he was like, 100%, dude. ICP was all about that shit back in the day. So, like, I mean, do you feel like that has a little bit like of a guideline to what a lot of people do in the industry? Like, just the whole idea of getting an audience to pop to what you do. It's like wrestling kind of wraps around a lot of that, you know, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, that is why I think like live performances are so important, because it's like, I know Twisted constantly talks about, they'll go out and then they'll incorporate like newer stuff into a show tape, and they can tell if people are going to pop, and if they don't, it's like, you know, there's no point in doing that one. And sometimes you can never really tell. You just have to keep, you know, mixing it up and trying, which a lot of times if you're just like releasing stuff, you don't really know if it's gonna go over, you know, the same way as like, you know, you try some, you know, some wrestling character that, you know, doesn't go over, so it's like, okay, well, on to the next thing. You know, you just got to see what people are into, because you can try to figure out what people are into, but you'll drive yourself insane. There's no telling, you know.
I mean, there's so many gimmicks in not only wrestling but horrorcore or metal music in general. Like,
oh hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It just goes on and on and on and on and on with subgenres as well. So it's like,
right, and then it's cycles of stuff that like everybody will jump on a bandwagon and do like some type of similar shit, and then that'll get played out, and then somebody will come out with some new unique thing, but come to find out that that's like fucking 20 years old. And it isn't
everybody
really
can arrive that wave.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then you got a bunch of people who jump on that, and then so it's, yeah, I mean, it's all trying to figure out what keeps people interested. So, you know.
But you always got that nostalgia factor too. And I'm just waiting on Twisted to hit that shit where everybody's like, "Oh yeah?" Because, you know, 25 years, you know, since the Green Book and stuff, and that's like a monumental album in my opinion. And it's like, you know, all that is coming back full circle with all of us like old school juggalos that believed in that whole family era that went on back then. Despite the fucking bickering that went on between everybody, we loved it, you know, and you were a big part of that, and we appreciate that, dude.
Hey, well, I was glad to be part of it. It was funny because we always talk about how, like when we did Freak Show, that came out, people hated that because it wasn't Most Tasteless. Then we put out Mirror Mirror, and well, it wasn't Freak Show. Mirror Mirror was the biggest piece of shit, and every album that came out, people would talk shit about because it wasn't the previous album. And then, so like at the time Green Book came out and a bunch of people were talking shit about it, it's like you can't win. Again, you drive yourself insane trying to figure out what people like. Now people are like, oh my god, it was the greatest thing ever. Like, weren't you the dude that was saying that was the biggest piece of shit in the world back in the day? What happened?
It was wild is what works well in one market might not work for shit in another, and vice versa.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But, and you know, the one thing about a lot of the stuff that we do is you try to, instead of jumping on a bandwagon and do whatever's popular, that just gets played out and you go back and listen to it and be like, well, you can tell it was blah. But
Yeah.
we're always trying to keep it so that it doesn't have like that particular era's sound to it, you know, try to keep it new and
New.
fresh and unique, and something you can go back to and not be like, oh shit, why did I
It's
like
like I
that
heard
when that
100
came
other
out?
people do that same thing.
Yeah, that's a fucking that's why did I like that? But yeah, that's, I mean, that's the fun of it, is trying to pull that shit out of your ass, because you never know, you know. So
I remember Man's Myth and Mutant came out. Nobody liked fucking Mutant around here. Everybody was digging Man's Myth, and then it flipped. You know what I'm saying? It's
right,
crazy.
yeah, it's the worst fucking thing in the whole entire world, and oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Like, oh my god, I can't.
Like,
So I
what
don't
was
try
that
not
shit
to
you
pay
said
attention.
yesterday?
Yeah, well, that's because everybody else was hating on it. You know, I'm just into dogpiling on shit that everybody else is talking about. So
Did you have anything to do with Blaze's projects?
yeah, I mean, that first one, we did that whole thing. That was right about that was done almost simultaneously with Freak Show. So
Okay.
That
I did that one.
self-title.
Yeah, and then yeah, I've done a bunch of Blaze shit. So as a matter of fact.
Because I was gonna say, isn't Blaze like one of the most humble people in the world? I mean, that you've ever been around. I mean, he seems like that. Every time I've met him, he's just the nicest dude, and he's so
He is,
glad to
100%.
meet his fans.
100%. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. You know, he's another one that I've known forever. So
He is incredibly nice. Last time I talked to him, I had to end up going, and he didn't like. He looked like legit bummed out that people had to go. You know, so it was the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. We fucking smoked a bunch of dabs with him.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
he'll be your friend then. Yeah, he's working on stuff. He was in Thursday, and he'll probably be in this week too. So we're still out there trying to get shit done.
Did you help out with the East Side Ninjas album?
Yes, I did. I don't know. I don't think I had any production on it, but I recorded a bunch of shit for it. So,
Dude, I gotta say, dude, that's one of my favorite albums since like Dark Lotus broke up. That shit is fucking awesome. I don't think they get enough respect for that record, and they really put it down in that shit. I love every fucking track on it.
yeah, it's a lot easier to do shit as a group than it is with one person, because because
Everybody just adds a little piece to the puzzle.
yeah, and because I mean, nowadays with people's attention span, if you've got like one dude rapping 3 verses, that's a lot of lot to get through. So if you can break it up into different people, you know.
Yeah, you got fresh minds to work with. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those guys, all 4 of those guys.
People don't like the long ass story time shit anymore. They want their quick little Suicide Boys 2.5-minute songs. Half it's an intro. Quick.
The sound and the vibes got to change every fucking few minutes, or you lose them.
Yep, exactly.
It's like when you got a ginormous feature in your song too. Everybody involved wants to be equal, wants an equal amount of the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you, in a way, have to follow the vibe of that person that's rapping right before or after you, or you're gonna lose it.
Yeah,
I feel like it.
So I got a question, Fritz. So I'm a big car audio guy. I got tons of it in a little vehicle. And what would be a track that you would, if you were going to look for a track to just throb, clean, hard-hitting bass? what would be something you'd go to?
Well, I would have to say the song that I just mixed today, but since that's not out now, that's not really available. I could tell you the one that's my go-to, and it's kind of off the wall because it's by an Italian rapper, but it's the hardest shit ever.
I'm gonna write this down, so you better.
Let's see, I got it somewhere here.
I'm excited.
So excited.
It is 7 Miliardi. And what the hell's the name of the dude? Let me find it here. But I have no idea what the hell the guy is rapping about, but he's pretty serious. Pretty goddamn serious about it. It's got this 808 that's just bah, 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 and it's just the hardest shit ever. And so
I love those heavy 808s.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm talking serious automotive audio here. We're talking massive 15s, big power, huge airspace.
Where is it here? No, not that one. Not the Christmas playlist. No, not a Motown Christmas.
You got him digging, dude.
It's
You took Motown Christmas off? Man.
No, not that one. See, I got all these reference shit because I just sit here listening to shit so that I can hear what's going on. It's by Massimo Pericolo.
Jackpot.
Massimo
Pericolo, 7 Miliardi, and it's fucking ruthless.
I want to hear that.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, I'm gonna
hard.
have to throw that in there and see how that
Yes.
thing beats.
Yes.
There you go.
If
You got a reference from Fritz the cat.
I'm not responsible if, say, like the back window blows out. So
Nice.
That's what I'm trying to do over here, man. I'm trying to.
right on. That's why when I'm hanging out with my girl and the car goes by that with just thundering bass, I'm like, damn, that sounds like a paycheck right there.
That's what I want to do.
That's where it's
I want
at.
to find the lowest decibel that shatters a window. And just at the very end of a CD, just drop that boom and pow.
What a dick.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
I feel it.
I have a ton of audio strapped into a very small car, and the whole thing just flexes and the windows breathe and everything every time it hits.
That's crazy. Holy fuck.
You should try to blow out your back window at camp, parking lot party.
Mm-mm.
Oh, bring my wife's car.
Yeah, he's got a brand new car he's bringing to camp, so yeah.
Well, I'll go there and bust it out with a golf club if that would help.
Let's go.
I was gonna sleep in the back seat of it while I was at camp, but
Well, you just have to brush the broken glass off. You can still sleep in it.
Harvester, line up that last joint so we can get to our giveaway here in a minute.
Yeah,
That last song I sent you, the one featuring Blaze and Jamie Madrox and Noise.
I got you. I was already ahead of it, bro.
That's a great fucking song.
Already.
We were the fun found. We burn them ones down. High till sundown. Shoot ground, more rounds, less money, more bills, more fucking problems. Take another dope, staying broke, how I solve them. Hot from the sun up, how I come up. Plume of fucking smoke. Dope when I run up. Dude, you getting done up like Tetris with the luggage. Call me daddy, bitch. I'll make it look thuggish. I'm everybody's uncle. Leave and watch a fungo. High class shit like a con exclusive Funko. Take a move like Gary Funk, fucking up McFoley. Token hold fully. Fill another rollie. Pass it to my roadie. Exhale slowly. Taste like Gretzky. Getting past the goalie. Wanna get to know me is pain. Self-prescribed pleasure, that's a Mary Jane. You got that shit, you wanna roll it. Let's spark it up and let's go toke it. You got that shit that's smelling potent. You spark it up, that shit's important.
Yo, fire that shit up, it gotta be that flame, no. Feel it in your blood on the very first pole, on the very first dope. Glossy eyes so dope, I'm choking mouth like a desert, let's spray that poke. Come on, get you smoking, let that pure grade and it could get into your lungs. Get you speaking in tongues, got you falling in love. Straight up sprung off the flower, smell so in the tank like you ain't take a shower. That's that bump, that food of the skunk, that one that put you out of commission for a whole month. That means just one run, you wake up cloudy, head cold in the days. Everything is fuzzy, lost inside the space of your own brain. Go straight forward through your veins, steady buzzing, killing pain. Ain't no chance that it does it. Hell no. Spark a bong, a bowl, make sure that it's full of that potent weed that got them losing control.
You got that shit, you wanna roll it. Let's spark it up and let's go toke it. You got that shit that's smelling potent. You spark it up, that shit's important. High and out my mind is my desired status. Keep all my blunts, cross hats like lattice. And just like your mama's ass, bet my shit the fattest. They ain't got no room to talk, they whole team softer than a mattress. I can be a prick and not a cactus. Never mind, we flying planes, fuck a crash landing. Got a crooked mind, make it harder to understand it. Take a look inside and examine. I can be anything I imagine. A good vibe, who's alive, concerned with what's mine. While I'm counting down the seconds of what time I granted. Walking a thin line, it's fine and I manage. Look in my dead eyes, as high as my advantage. That's why everything I do is always off the planet. They can hear every word, but they never understand it. I guess that's why they always taking everything for granted. You got that shit, you wanna roll it. Let's spark it up and let's go toke it. You got that shit that's smelling potent. You spark it up, that shit's important. Roll the weed up, roll the weed up. Go grab the bag and roll the weed up. Roll the weed up, roll the weed up. Go grab the bag and roll the weed up. Roll the weed up, roll the weed up. Go grab the bag and roll the weed up. Roll the weed up, roll the weed up. Go grab the bag and roll the weed up. You got that shit, you wanna roll it. Let's spark it up and let's go toke it. You got that shit that's smelling potent. You spark it up, that shit's important. You got that shit, you wanna roll it. Let's spark it up and let's go toke it. You got that shit that's smelling potent. You spark it up, that shit's important.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Noise 13. I was going to have him on here
Moose,
with
Moose.
Fritz the Cat, but here's the thing. He has to work, and he is working hard, man. He's a hard-working man.
Somebody's
You
got to
know
sell
that's-
them bongs.
You know that song by Rush? There you go.
They call
It's all
him the
about noise.
working man.
Yeah, they call him the working man. He should remix that shit with you and make it a fucking rap song.
Yeah,
He rolled his eyes at you.
yeah. We could. I remixed an Anne Murray song for him that he did. That it's so jacked that you can't even release it because the robots would immediately pull it down. But we got that. I did that for him. That's entertaining. Then there was another. The one on his album was from the Stompin' Tom. It was the Snowmobile song that I remixed that for him. So he did a little something for that. So yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah, I love Eat Crow off the fucking first one. That's definitely one of my fucking all-time favorites. But that album right there, I was just saying this before we got on here and we went live, that's one of those records that you can listen to all the way through, and I listen to it every time. Like, before the show started, I listened to that album all the way through and was like, man, this is great shit. And you can tell Fritz did a great job on it, man. He just critiques everything to where it sounds so good. And I'm just not tooting your horn, dude. You're an expert at what you do, man. We appreciate your time here, man.
Hey, man, I try to do what I do. So
Yeah, you helped give us some of the songs that we grew up loving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
right. Well, that's
100%.
the when they did their Fright Fest the one year, and they did the Riders and Lotus stuff, and because nobody knows who the fuck I am, so I'm just sitting there chilling. And it was just to see people, catch the Holy Ghost when they're, you're hearing Lotus tunes live, that's dope shit that people get that into it, for something that I did back in the day, but it's fresh as hell, because that's why you do it, And
How many songs did you produce from Lotus Pod? The Tales from Lotus Pod.
I did 3 on there. There was Headache, Give Me That Blood, and Juggalo Family was mine.
Headache's one of my favorites, dude.
Headache and fucking, man.
Headache.
Yeah. Oh my God, does that hit home for so many fucking homies, man? Yeah. That's a hard track, dude. That's a hard track. I gotta give it to you, man. And did you do all of the Green Book?
I think Mike Clark had something on there, and I'm thinking maybe, or was that Freak Show? Maybe Shaggy 2 Dope had one on there. I forget. I did most of it. Yeah.
Did you do Afraid of Me?
Yeah, I produced that with Monoxide.
Dude,
that was a kind of a.
I love that song, and I want you to know that, man. That song, man. When I heard it, I played it constantly because I get that shit. I understand the fucking lyrics in there 100%.
That green demon waiting on your window, Caesar.
Yeah, dude. It's a fucking great fucking song, dude. To this day, when they play it live, I get the fucking goosebumps.
Yeah, it's that relatable shit,
Yeah.
that people can relate to. So that's good shit.
All right, Harvester, let's do this fucking giveaway.
Ready for the giveaway?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the giveaway.
Yeah, let's give some people some free shit.
All right, let's do it, man, before we get out of here. We got, 4 names?
Yep.
The Camp Zoo.
Yep, we had a couple of people said for Damian Addis. He didn't actually do it himself, but we're going to put him in here. And then I had a personal one from James Clark. And we had a couple that were Calvin Parker and CJ Crowley. We're both trying to get in on it. So let's see.
All right, let's roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, your guy got
James
it.
Clark.
Oh, James Clark, you're the winner, brother. What I'll do is I'll get a bootleg and you together if you're watching, and we'll get that ticket transferred over to you or whatever. See you at camp, brother.
Yeah, hey. He's got the screenshot of my ticket. We can make that shit happen so that you can make sure that you get in there, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I think all you need is that QR code for them to scan at the fucking front gate.
And it's a weekend pass, brother. And have fun in my honor. From what I understood, Killer City Crusher wanted me to get kicked in the nuts by everybody that saw me.
So you're stepping in for him now.
I know James. He'll let everybody kick him in the dick. For real.
Yeah.
So have
Maybe,
fun with
maybe.
that.
I think this is just
to
Bootleg's
Messenger.
attempt at getting out of getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. He just doesn't want to kick booted in the balls.
Holy shit.
Believe me, I wish I could be there, man. But next year I'll be there, and I won't miss another one since. I want to thank our guest, Fritz the Cat, for being here. And dude, anytime you want to be back on, I mean, I might hit you up before you hit me up. So I hope you'll be back on again, man.
Hey, I'd love to do it, man. I'm around.
I feel like this has been a good show, you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
My-
always good talking about fucking
Yeah, I got a
some
new
back in the
track
day
to
shit.
fucking flex my car with.
Right,
Flex
right.
his windows out.
I apologize for my hiccups, but shit happens. But yeah, this has been the Hordecast Live with Fritz the Cat, and we're out this piece. Thank you for
Hey, don't
joining
forget.
in.
Don't forget.
Oh,
fucking gloves.
yeah.
Your
God,
gloves. This
son of
guy's
a
always
bitch, you're right.
forgetting his gloves, dude.
I always do, and they're right here. Get your Bad Touch gloves at Bad Touch Supply. You Google that name, and you'll find a list of gloves. You buy those gloves, and you put in the promo code Whipstick, who is one of the rappers from the Super Famous Funtime guys. He's an ambassador there. You'll get 10% off. So support the underground.
Saving.
Get you some Bad Touch gloves, because nobody else out there is telling them to do that. So we're going to do that.
As long as
go
I
look up
remember to
Fritz's
remind you.
shit and watch it. Stop being a bitch. If you're not watching it, go watch it.
Fritz, thanks for hanging out with us.
Right on.
And we're out of here.